This is why BrezScales is a marketing genius part 2. I created the whiteboard, so make sure you guys save the video because this is thousands of dollars worth of fucking course guru mastermind information. So this is called the purple cow method. If you join high ticket masterminds, they'll often use a lot of fucking crazy words that you might not understand. So the purple cow method is a term coined by Seth Godin, this funny looking guy. You've probably seen him on podcasts and stuff or whatever. But basically what it just means is looking weird and taking something that allows you to stand out from a very saturated crowd. I don't want to get into the sophisticated jargon that I wrote out here. All of this really indicates is market saturation and market sophistication. Now, why is there Ty Lopez and this fucking scammer here, Iman Ghazi? Because what ended up happening is the foundation of this all started with this guy. It all started with this, fucking scamming guy, Ty Lopez, okay? So as much as people want to call him a scammer, and I'm making fun of that, he actually is probably a very smart marketer in the fact that I don't even think he ever ran a social media marketing agency. I mean, think about that for a second. Imagine somebody selling you brand, like Brez, right? Doing freelance brand scaling, but never having actually done what he's selling. That's how you know this guy was like actually a crazy marketer with whatever the fuck he was doing. But besides the point is a lot of the students who joined SMMA, which is Iman and a whole bunch of other people, then entered the market, right? So what ends up happening is the market reaches a certain level of saturation and sophistication. So basically, you have a whole bunch of early adopters, which again is Iman and all these people that joined. A flood of people come, a whole bunch of buyers enter the market, or the buyers that were in the market get very burnt out because there's so many people just literally selling the same shit. So then the more and more buyers that happen, the smarter and smarter they get. So I can attest to this myself as someone who's probably sold social media. And if you have ever tried it, you're gonna get like, oh, my cousin Timmy can, edit TikTok videos. Oh my God. You'll get some of the craziest objections. It's because of fucking people like this and market saturation and sophistication. So what ends up happening is there are times in the market where people like Brez can come up with the purple cow and extract a lot of revenue out of the market because they have just differentiated their offer and they've stood out from the crowd. That's the simplified version of it. Now, there's some other stuff that I was actually listing out here that I think is very interesting, is that I actually think a lot of people who do this are actually very, very stupid. Like if you look at the economics of a marketplace or any sort of market dynamics where there are buyers and sellers, and you are running an SMMA or I'm running an agency, right? And I will never, ever, ever sell a course on how to do what I'm doing. I personally think it's the dumbest shit you could ever fucking do. And Mark Cuban also said this in one video. I probably could pull it up if I find it. Eventually, when I get editors, they'll just slap this shit on there. But that is the dumbest fucking thing you could ever do. If you run a mobile detailing business, why the fuck would you tell other people how to run a mobile detailing business? You're literally creating your own market saturation and then increasing the market sophistication by flooding people into your offer. But I came to the realization that the only reason why people would do this is if the core business model that they're operating in is actually decreasing in profitability, which means that already there's a signal of market saturation and sophistication that's taking place, meaning that they have to find other ways to get higher profit margins in their business, which then goes to selling a fucking course or a program. So that's why a lot of people who sell you a course or a program about the thing that they're doing are doing that because their business model is becoming more and more saturated. Their cost per acquisition is increasing. All of the metrics across the board when it comes to ROAS are decreasing. Sales metrics are stagnating, if not decreasing, even though they're increasing their spend and increasing their metrics, meaning they're pushing harder and harder, but they're not going anywhere. It's because the market is saying there's something fucking wrong and we're tired of this shit. So that's why people end up shifting and doing that purple cow method. But the reason why I think a lot of these people are fucking idiots, and again, I've never hit 200K, 300K per month, but I promise you, if I ever hit those levels, my business would still exist 10 years from now. Because versus me going in and like trying to sell and consult people on, hey, here's how you run a YouTube funnel agency, which is basically what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to just try and literally buy out my fucking competition. I'd rather literally either completely incinerate them off the face of the earth, buy them out, or make sure that they go out of business versus me teaching other people how to do what I do and then creating competition it doesn't make any sense, because then all of my margins across the board are going to start to decrease. My metrics across the board are going to start to decrease because it's going to get more and more saturated. All because I want to make a quick extra 50K, 100K, a few 100K per month, but you're doing a quick money grab in the marketplace, and then you're basically causing your own business to suffer, and then it becomes a race to the bottom. So then you have to change your business model or keep doing the purple cow method over and over again. That's why you see, people like Ty Lopez who are now talking about, start an AI automation agency, start this, start that. It's because they have to jump from opportunity to opportunity, because they're simply just extracting as much from the marketplace as they can, and then jumping onto the next thing, and then jumping onto the next thing, because they don't have an actual business. And the businesses that they do start become unprofitable extremely quickly, because they're fucking idiots and they keep yapping about whatever the fuck they're doing. Versus whatever the fuck I would do is I'd be on some Rockefeller shit and start buying people out and literally never have never let anyone know what the fuck I'm doing. Maybe I'm crazy. Again, I'm just a fucking random guy on the internet. But if I ever hit those numbers, I would completely try and incinerate my competition off the face of the earth, or